Hello and welcome to this special broadcast of Express News Year-Ender, where we will get you a roundup of all the top news and updates that headline the year 2024. Let's begin. World's largest democratic elections took place from the 19th of April till the 1st of June 2024 in 7 phases to elect all 543 members of the lower house of Indian Parliament. Prime Minister Narendra Modi won a historic third term in power after winning 18th Lok Sabha elections of the world's largest democracy. The BJP-led National Democratic Alliance won 286 seats against the Congress-led Indy Bloc's 231 seats. The Ram Lala idol was unveiled on the 22nd of January in Uttar Pradesh's Ayodhya during the grand consecration ceremony, which involved hour-long rituals led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Crafted by Arun Yogiraj, portraying Lord Ram as a 5-year-old, the idol's innocence, divinity and royalty were highlighted by the temple's trust. With 20 international hours, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred with Kuwait's highest civilian honour, the Mubarak Al-Kabir Order, at Bayan Palace by Kuwaiti Amir in December 2024. The government announced the implementation of the Citizenship Amendment Act that enables persecuted minority communities from selected regions from India's neighbouring countries to acquire Indian citizenship. The first set of citizenship certificates were handed over to the applicants in New Delhi by the Union Home Secretary on the 15th of May 2024. 2 bills which aim to achieve One Nation, One Election, the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024 were introduced in the Lok Sabha on the 17th of December, the bills sent to JPC. A high-level committee led by former President Kovind submitted an 18,626-page report on One Nation, One Election to India's President Draupadi Murmu. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the country's highest civilian honour to former Prime Ministers P.V. Narasimha Rao and Chaudhry Charan Singh, agriculture scientist M.S. Swaminathan and 2-time former Bihar Chief Minister Karpuri Thakur posthumously at a ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The Indian President also conferred Bharat Ratna to former Bharatiya Janata Party leader Lal Krishna Advani at his residence. The Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023, the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhit 2023 and the Bharatiya Sakshay Adhiniyam 2023 passed in 2023 came into effect on the 1st of July as the country's criminal codes, replacing laws during the colonial era. The Union Cabinet announced that health coverage under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana will now be available to all senior citizens aged 70 and above. The expansion is benefiting around 4.5 crore families, including 6 crore senior citizens, by providing them with free health insurance coverage of up to 5 lakh rupees per family. The Legislative Assembly of the state of Uttarakhand in India passed a Uniform Civil Code Bill. On the 13th of March, the bill was granted an assent by the President. Defence Research and Development Organisation conducted a successful flight trial of India's first long-range hypersonic missile from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Island off the coast of Odisha. At least 231 people were killed and 397 were injured, along with 118 missing following landslides in Kerala's Wayanad district. It is said to be one of the largest landslides in the history. India celebrated 75th anniversary of its constitution on the 26th of November. Prime Minister Narendra Modi commemorated occasion, highlighting the document's significance. The Election Commission of India conducted free and fair elections in Jammu and Kashmir, first time after the application of Article 370. India marked its first ever National Space Day on the 23rd of August 2024, a day of great significance as it commemorates the historic achievement of ISRO's Chandrayaan-3 mission. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the BAPS Mandir, the first Hindu temple in Abu Dhabi and in West Asia. The red sandstone and Italian marble blocks were hand-carved by more than 2,000 artisans in Rajasthan and Gujarat and assembled on-site in the UAE. Sweden became NATO's newest member, making it the 32nd country to join the grouping. Before joining NATO, Sweden had more than 200 years of non-alignment. The world experienced its hottest year on record in 2024. Data from January to November confirmed extreme weather events from droughts to billion-dollar disasters highlighted the urgent need for climate action, though global progress remained limited. With a smart lander for investigating moon spacecraft, Japan becomes the 5th country to achieve a soft touchdown on the moon after India, US, former Soviet Union and China. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi, along with 7 other people, died after a helicopter carrying him and other officials crashed in a mountainous and forested area of the country in poor weather. President-elect of the United States, Donald Trump, was found guilty on 34 counts in his hush money trial, the first time any American president has been found guilty of a crime. Donald Trump emerged as the president-elect, defeating Vice President Kamala Harris in 2024 U.S. presidential elections. As an assassination attempt in Pennsylvania, Trump won all the 7 crucial swing states. U.S. President Joe Biden signed an unconditional pardon for his son Hunter Biden, who was facing sentences of tax charges and was also found guilty of being an illegal drug user in possession of a gun in the month of June. The Labour Party won the UK parliamentary elections and Keir Starmer became the Prime Minister. Labour won around 410 seats while the Conservatives bagged only 131 seats. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina was ousted from the country after violent protests that began as demands rose to scrap the quota laws in the country. A new caretaker government was put in place, led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus. It was Sheikh Hasina's 5th term in power, with her party taking 3/4 of seats across the parliament. The Gaza conflict entered its 14th month. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu admitted that Israel was behind the pager and walkie-talkie attacks on Hezbollah in September. Conflict began in 2023 as Hamas launched highly coordinated attacks on Israel. Russia-Ukraine also escalated in 2024. The key events included Russian President Vladimir Putin's visit to North Korea and US President Joe Biden's nod to Ukraine to use long-ranging missiles against Russia. Russia held elections and President Putin emerged victorious for his 5th term with nearly 88% of the votes. Vladimir Putin won with a record. Elections were also held in the occupied regions of Ukraine. Syrian rebels seized the capital Damascus unopposed in December after a lightning advance that sent President Bashar al-Assad fleeing to Russia after a 13-year civil war. In December, French President Emmanuel Macron named Francois Bayrou as the 4th Prime Minister of the country in a year after a no-confidence vote against Prime Minister Michel Barnier and his government. South Korea's parliament impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol over his short-lived martial law decree in December. The suspended president authorized the military to fire their weapons if needed to enter the parliament. G20 summit was held in Rio was special and as it was the first G20 summit since the induction of the African Union as its member. One of the major highlights was the summit of the launch of Global Alliance Against Hunger and Poverty with 148 endorsements, including 82 countries, African and the European Union, and 9 international financial institutions. 179 people died in a fatal airplane crash as G2 Air Flight 7C2216 carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew members on a flight from Bangkok veered off the runway and erupted into a fireball as it slammed into a wall at South Korea's Muan International Airport on 29th of December. India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget 2024-25 in the Parliament. It was her 7th consecutive budget. The budget highlighted the total expenditure in budget estimates 2024-25 as it estimated 48,20,512 crore, of which total capital expenditure is 11,11,111 crore rupees. Income tax returns for assessment year 2024-25 till the 31st of July 2024 was more than 7.28 crore rupees. About 72% of the taxpayers opted for the new tax regime. The Reserve Bank of India kept the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% for the 11th time in a row. The repo rate last saw a change in February 2023 when it was raised to the current 6.5%. India has achieved a remarkable milestone in its economic journey, with gross foreign direct investment inflows reaching an impressive $1 trillion since April 2000. Digital payment transactions surged to an unprecedented 223 lakh crore rupees from January till November 2024, with Bhim UPI recording over 15,547 crore rupees transactions. World Bank assets India is one of the fastest growing economies of the world and is expected to reach high middle income status by 2047. India's economy continued its robust recovery in 2024, with the country recording a 7% GDP growth, making it the world's fastest growing major economy. The Indian government proposed an amendment to the long-term capital gains regime, which will allow the taxpayers to choose between a lower tax rate of 12.5% without indexation. Sanjay Malhotra, an Indian Administrative Service Officer of 1990 batch, took over the charge as the 26th Governor of the Reserve Bank of India for a period of 3 years. India ranks third globally with 185 billionaires in 2024, reflecting a 21% increase. The nation's combined wealth surged 42% to $905.6 billion according to a UPS report. India achieved in 9 years what would have taken 50 years without the DPI, as per the report of India's G20 Task Force on Digital Public Infrastructure. Bitcoin reached an all-time high for a second consecutive day, with traders eyeing the $110,000 price level. It has surged more than 150% this year. The global trade is set to reach a record $33 trillion in 2024, according to the Global Trade Update published by UN Trade and Development on the 5th of December. The World Trade Organization's 13th Ministerial Conference took place from the 26th of February till the 2nd of March 2024 in Abu Dhabi. Ministers from across the world attended to review the functioning of the multilateral trading system. Argentina successfully swapped about 77% of its peso debt due to this year for longer dated notes in a win for President Javier Milei. The Bank of England cut interest rates, bringing them down from a 16-year high. The narrow vote in favour of a cut 5-4 saw rates lowered by 25 basis points to 5%. The Consumer Prices Index, including owners, occupiers, housing costs of the UK, rose by 3.2% in the 12 months into October 2024. It went up from 2.6% in September, which is the highest since 1991. The 2024 annual meetings of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank Group were held from the 21st of October till the 26th of October in Washington, D.C. IMF approved a massive bailout of $3.5 billion for Ethiopia to support its economic reforms over the next 4 years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced the names of 4 pilots undergoing training for the country's maiden human space flight mission called Gaganyaan. The Ayodhya Ram mission, which is an Indian solar observatory at Lagrangian point L1, was launched on the 2nd of September 2023 and was inserted in its target halo orbit on the 6th of January 2024. Indian expatriate Gopi Thuttakura became the first Indian space tourist and the second Indian to venture into space as part of the crew for Blue Origin's NS-25 mission. The Indian Space Research Organisation celebrated its 55th Foundation Day with a significant milestone, the launch of the Earth Observation Satellite 08. India achieved a significant milestone with the launch of GSAT-20 aboard SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket. This is the first time New Space India Limited, the commercial arm of ISRO, partnered with SpaceX for satellite deployment. The India International Science Festival 2024, held at IIT Guwahati from the 30th of November till the 3rd of December, marked the first time the event is hosted by Northeast India. India has launched its first AI data bank aimed at fostering innovation and enhancing national security. ISRO successfully launched XPOSat, the first dedicated scientific satellite from ISRO to carry out research in space-based polarization measurements of X-ray emissions from celestial sources. The European Space Agency's Gaia Space Telescope has made a groundbreaking discovery, uncovering two ancient streams of stars named Shiva and Shakti that they helped form the infant Milky Way. With 878 days and 12 hours, Russian cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko achieved a historic milestone, setting a world record for the most time spent in space. 70th National Film Awards were conferred by President of India Draupadi Murmu. Kantara won the Best Award for Best Popular Film, Rishabh Shetty the Best Actor in Lead Role for Kantara, while Nithya Menon won the Best Actress in a Lead Role for Tiruchitrambalam. Indian veteran actor Mithun Chakrabarti was conferred with the prestigious Dadasaheb Phalke Lifetime Achievement Award. The 55th edition of Indian International Film Festival of India was held in India's Goa. The film bagged the most coveted Golden Peacock Award for Best Feature Film. This year was Toxic. Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant launched Waves, the OTT platform of the national public broadcaster Prasar Bharati during the event. 2024 International Emmy Awards witnessed humour, talent and cultural diversity, with comedian and actor Veer Das taking centre stage as the first Indian to host the prestigious event. The Bear made history at the 76th Primetime Emmy Awards after sweeping 11 awards, which is the highest by any comedy series. Indian filmmaker Payal Kabadia made history by being nominated for Best Director for her film All We Imagine a Slide at the 82nd Annual Golden Globe Awards. For the first time, India hosted Bharat Parv at the 77th Annual Cannes Film Festival. Indian film All We Imagine a Slide won the prestigious Grand Prix Award. 5 Indian musicians, including famous tabla player Zakir Hussain and flute player Rakesh Chaurasia, won the most prestigious Grammy Awards 2024 in the field of music. Zakir Hussain passed away on the 15th of December. Biographical drama Oppenheimer dominated the 96th edition of the Oscars, winning the 7 awards out of 13 nominations, including top honors of Best Picture and Director for Christopher Nolan. In sports, Spain claimed its fourth UEFA European Championship title, making history with a 2-1 victory over England in the final. In club football, Manchester City dominated the Premier League, while Real Madrid secured their 15th UEFA Champions League title. Argentina won their second consecutive Copa America title by defeating Colombia at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, securing their record 16th victory in the tournament. Olympic gold medalist shooter Abhinav Bindra was awarded the Olympic Order by the International Olympic Committee in July 2024 for his exceptional service to the Olympics. India concluded its participation in the Paris Olympic Games with a remarkable haul of 6 medals, including 1 silver and 5 bronze medals. The shooting discipline played a pivotal role in this achievement, with athletes Manu Bhakar, Sarabjot Singh and Swapnil Kusale bringing home 3 bronze medals. Neeraj Chopra earned a silver medal in javelin throw. Aman Sehrawat claimed a bronze in wrestling, and the Indian hockey team successfully defended its bronze medal. The 2024 Paris Paralympic Games, held from the 28th of August till the 8th of September this year, saw India making history with its largest ever contingent, winning 29 medals, including 7 gold, 9 silver and 13 bronze medals, securing 18th place in the medal tally. It is the country's best ever achievement in Paralympics history for India. India defeated South Africa by 7 runs to win their second ICC T20 Cricket World Cup. Virat Kohli was named player of the match. Rishabh Pant became the most expensive player in the IPL's history, as he was acquired by Lucknow Super Giants for a price of 27 crore rupees at the mega auction for 2025. India's Test supremacy suffered a blow with their 12-year unbeaten home series streak snapping after a shock 3-0 whitewash by New Zealand. In another highlight, New Zealand claimed victory in the Women's T20 Cricket World Cup, defeating host South Africa in an unforgettable fashion. Jay Shah became the president of the International Cricket Council on the 1st of December 2024, making him the 5th Indian to lead the global cricket body. Jay Shah was unanimously elected by the ICC Board of Directors, succeeding New Zealand's Greg Barclay. Rafael Nadal announces retirement from professional tennis during the Davis Cup in Malaga, Spain, bringing an end to his extraordinary career. At the age of 38, he retired with 22 Grand Slam single titles and a host of other achievements. Carlos Alcaraz defeated Djokovic in the Wimbledon 2024 final to win his back-to-back All-England Tennis Championship in London. Yannick Sinner of Italy and Arina Sabalenka of Belarus won the men's and women's singles title of the 2024 US Open Grand Slam in tennis. Hockey India retired the jersey number 16 in honour of goalkeeper PR Srijesh, announcing that no senior team player would wear the number after his retirement following the successful Paris Olympics edition. India's chess prowess reached new heights at the 45th FIDE Chess Olympiad in Budapest, Hungary, where the Indian men's and women's chess team made history by winning gold medals in both categories. Stellar players like Gukesh D, Pragnananda R, Arjuna Rigaisi and Vidit Gujarati dominated the competition, winning 10 out of 11 matches and defeating Slovenia in the final round. D. Gukesh, at the age of 18, becomes the youngest ever world chess champion, defeating Ding Liren in Singapore. The Indian women's hockey team defeated China by 1-0 in the final on the 20th of November and retained the title of Women's Asian Champions Trophy this year. And US Pankaj Advani claimed a historic 28th World Trophy, 7th in a row, after defeating England's Robert Hall by 4-2 at the IBSF World Billiards Championship in Doha in the month of November in the year 2024. And with this, it's a wrap on the last edition of 2024 Express News. We will be back in 2025 with all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Meanwhile, wishing you all a very, very happy and blissful new year. Namaskar.